deck building with Bovine Hamster. I have been playing the last 48 hours trying to get myself some Lieutenant Belica games. And I gotta tell you, it's been tough. But the ones I have, I've tried various different types of decks. And I believe I've come to one which is pretty insane. The last game that I played, I went 9-12. The game that I played before that with this deck, I played and I was 11-1-18, I believe. This is a low damage, high cooldown, high sustain deck. So let's take a look at this. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to focus on survivability for her, and while she's surviving, be able to blast out as many cooldowns as she can, basically. I want her ultimate to be up as often as possible, because that is where she is insane. She can do up to 1200 points worth of damage based on how much mana the other person is missing. Now her strength is really her spells, not really her damage as such, her spells. Okay, so let's take a look at this deck. So in it, I always carry a key, yeah, just in case my team haven't got any of the harvesters. That's always in there. I always have a key in my deck. Okay, so what I do is I start off with a cast token, healing potion, and a health token. The reason I've got the health token is in there is because I do not have another cast token. If I had another cast token, I would have that in there, just generally because she needs help with last hits. She does stupidly low amounts of damage. I think it's like 40 or something at basic level. So you need to have high damage to start off, and basically you just sit in a lane, left, mid, right, doesn't really make too much of a difference, and you just farm and you farm and you farm. The first 6 points I go for my Staff of Adamant here. Okay, this gives you 400 health and 19.5 points of damage, which is going to help you last hit again. Okay, so this is going to help you if you're getting ganked a lot, if you find that you're getting harassed a lot by the person in your lane. Just sit back, do not get into a position where you are overextending your lane. Allow them to overextend, be as aggressive as they want, and hopefully your jungler will see what's going on, and your jungler will pop up and slap them in the face. Okay, so from here I then decide, am I in a lot of trouble? Am I not in a lot of trouble? Generally I tend not to be in a lot of trouble because I sit back and farm quite safe. So my next 6 points go into this amp crystal and a major cast token here. If I feel like I'm in a little bit of trouble, then I will get the amp crystal and I will get my Lord's Ward here. Okay, so then I finish upgrading my amp crystal. I then look at who is the predominant DPS on their team. Is it going to be physical or is it going to be energy? And I have these two here based on whatever. If it's energy, I've got an Etherweave Mesh here with 2 minor barriers and a greater barrier in here. So you're looking at a ridiculous amount of damage reduction off of this. Or if it's physical, then I've got Quantum Casing over here. Again, with an insane amount of damage reduction here. Now, the reason I've got these two is once you've got these fully upgraded, these are the next 2 items that you go for. Okay, you finish whichever one is the predominant DPS at the time. is these give you 20% cooldown, okay? So with this build, you're looking to get the blue buff as often as possible, because the blue buff gives you a 20% cooldown reduction, so you, in total you've got a 40% cooldown reduction, okay? So once you got the and your amp crystal sorted out, you then decide, are you taking a load of damage? Do you need more survivability? If you do, you've got a couple of divine healths in your Lord's Ward to give yourself an extra 600 health. But you should be okay at this point. I played a game and I got 5-man ganked. 5-man ganked by a Gideon, a Rampage, a Lieutenant Belica. Who else was there? Greystone was there, and a Kalari. So they all jumped on me. I had this quantum casing fully upgraded. They couldn't kill me. By the time they got me down to about 25% health, dodging and ducking out the way, my team were able to turn up and basically finish it. So once you've done this, you decide, do you need some more defense or do you need some more offense? If you need defense, then we've got this over here. This is a barrier of will. This gives you a little bit of shield, okay? Gives you 200 shield at max level. It also gives a passive of 6% damage reduction physical and 6% energy reduction to your teammates. Okay, that's basically what 22 armor does. So I find this very, very useful in team fights to help my team stay alive, as well as to help me stay alive. If you find you want more DPS, then we go over here to Crystal Conduit, and we've got this in here. We're just going to go for energy penetration. Okay, we've got a focus shock in here, we've got a shock, and we've got a minor shock. Okay, and once that's fully upgraded, that gives you another 225 mana on top of that. Okay, now you'll notice in this build there is only one DPS item, and that is the Amp Crystal. She really doesn't need much damage at all. You are looking to snipe people with your ultimate. If you see someone full health, and they've got no mana and they're a mage, you can probably one-shot them. This is what you're looking to do. Okay, now if you find that you don't need the more defense, but you do need a little bit more offense, then you can swap out this Barrier of Will for the Tempest Pearl. Now I quite like this because it gives you the ability to be able to get away from danger, help your teammates get away from danger, but your goal is to be up front, in their faces, shooting them in the face, dropping your abilities all the time. Okay, and we've got a major cast in here, a cast and a minor cast. Okay, so this is the entirety of my build, so we'll just go over it one more time for you. Starting off, cast token, health potion, health token here. We've got the Lord's Key, because we always assume that our teammates are not going to get those harvesters, and we really need those harvesters. We've got an Amp Crystal here with a major cast, a cast and a minor cast. Crystal Conduit with a focus shock, a shock and a minor shock. Your early game item here, Staff of Adamant with 3 lesser halves in. Lord's Ward with a divine health, 2 divine healths and 2 pure manas. Etherweave Mesh with a greater barrier and 2 minor barriers. Quantum Casing with a greater guard and 2 minor guards. A Barrier Will with 3 mana upgrades. And a Tempest Pearl with a major cast, a cast and a minor cast in there, guys. Okay, so when you go out there, your main strategy is to basically be as annoying as possible, to try and get them to focus you down. Now what's going to happen is you're going to die very, 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 very few times in the game, but you're going to get quite a few kills because of your ultimate. It's going to look really, really good on the board. You're going to go, like I was, 9 for 2, and they are going to want to fight you. They are going to want to try and kill you because they think you're an ADC, but you're not an ADC. You are in fact a tank caster, guys, and your job is to take loads and loads of damage whilst dishing it out, watching them using all their ultimates as they're getting blown up by your circle ability. Okay, guys, so check this out, give it a go, let me know in the comments if you're having any luck with this, how it works, okay, for you. And thank you for watching, guys. You can find this on Facebook, you'll find this on Twitter, all on Bovine Hamster, and you can find me on Twitch TV as well, streaming most days, Twitch TV /Bovine Hamster, guys. And thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care.